You,
I can hear you.
I can.
Hey, shalom, everybody. They can't hear Vader Bear. Shalom, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Hopefully, Vader Bear gets the.
Oh, they just lost that audio. But now they can hear me. Okay, guys, I'm getting this worked out. It's my like, it's just hey, I'm glad I got this figured out before Saturday. So, okay, that's on the correct one. Give me 1 second, guys.
Bear. I'm. Uh-oh. Oh, I can't hear Vader Bear.
We left. Okay, good.
I think I can hear Vader Bear again. Yeah, well, shalom, everybody, again, and I'm happy to see so many in the chat. It's great to be out, but I got to admit, I fell in love with a man while I was in prison. His name is Yehoshua HaMashiach. Yep. He brought me through that. It was rough. But anyway, I'm extremely happy to be out and happy to have a family such as y'all.
No sound again.
Don't have it bent over anymore.
Oop, I got my. I
No.
can't.
Okay, no, yeah, they can hear you. Can they hear me? Yeah, they can hear me. Okay.
Well, I've missed everybody. I can tell you all that much.
I've missed you too, Anthony.
So yeah, I guess he's on the little emotional side, which is of course. So I just want to say, like he went to go get his stuff. He had $100 in his wallet, so a little around $1,100 in total went missing. So he's gonna have to look into that. Now we still need to get. He's still looking into getting a lawyer. Now obviously it'll be a lot easier for him to do so now that he's on the outside. But I did want to say, I appreciate to those that did, donate money. Not only to the GoFundMe, and we didn't really even get to do much of the GoFundMe because I created it after the last stream and I hadn't really had time to promote it other than on the Discord. Thank you to all that, and then obviously shout out all the people that help kept him more well fed and clothed, donating to him and putting money on his book so he could make phone calls and all the things, and eat food and all that. So super excited for that. But yeah, they're still got a long road ahead of them for, getting this all out and rendering unto Caesar's what is Caesar's, and that's unfortunate. But, from talking to you, right? Because we've been talking quite a bit a day since we don't have a $5 15-minute limit on our conversations, and they're, even though they're recorded here, they're not going to be used against you. So but anyways, yeah, I'm just super excited that you're out, man. It was so awesome to hear. I actually heard from your aunt this morning that you were getting out, and then you called me shortly after, so that was pretty sick. So
That was awesome. Well, I could not have made it without y'all. I promise you that was a really rough time. But I ain't never gonna forget it. And if I could ever help anybody the way y'all helped me, then by all means, I'm gonna bend over backwards for any of you.
yeah, man, that's what's amazing about, like, the truth community, the Torah community, those seeking after the Father's heart community, is like, like just the little bits that we do to each other. Like I literally makes me think of The Hobbit, and again, it's not in the book, but he says, Gadriel says to Gandalf, "Why the Hobbit?" And Gandalf says, Saruman believes that it's only, strong power that can hold, that can hold back darkness. But that is not what I find. I find that the everyday acts of love and kindness is what keeps the darkness at bay. And I'm actually a firm believer in that. I think if we all decided to love one another more, support each other more, and help each other more, then all these hurdles and all these barriers that we're up against in life, I feel like with those numbers, with that support spiritually, morally, physically, whatever it is, that we literally, propel each other up and up and up, and in our search for the Father, in our everyday lives, all that. So awesome to be a part of this community. And go ahead, Anthony.
It definitely. I'm sorry.
No,
I
you're
thought
good.
you was
No,
through.
totally. I want to hear from you. They've been hearing from me for about 4 weeks.
It wasn't totally bad. It wasn't all bad. I met some really good people in there. Met some really bad ones too. But hopefully, the way I carried myself in towards anybody, but I definitely got to minister to some people, and that was a blessing. And there's a couple of them I want to catch up with in the free world, so to speak. That they might have done some bad things in their life or not. I don't know. I'm not the judge, but I could tell they were genuinely good people. Reach out to help anybody that I can.
Nice to sleep in your own bed, huh?
Well, he hasn't got to
Oh,
yet.
What?
This is
am I wrong?
No, this is the first day he's out, right? So he hasn't
I see.
gone to bed yet.
Scared me there. I'm going, what? What?
No, yeah, he's here. He's home, but he hasn't slept yet. So
Okay, got it.
yeah, that's kind of one of the people that I've been ministering to. I'd rather not say his name just yet, but I'm definitely going to shout him out. He was really down in the dumps about it, and I've got to talk with him for about 2 weeks, and he was really ready to end it. He's really ready to just he was ready to go out of that place. Didn't matter if it was in a body bag, and he stopped eating. And I talked to him about fasting and stuff like that, and we discussed a lot about scripture and stuff. Really good conversations, and I had been praying, but at first I prayed the wrong prayer, and then I corrected it the next night. Well, this morning that was when I corrected it, and he came in my little room there, and he says, "Man, are you up?" I said, "Yeah, 4 o'clock this morning." He says, "Don't worry, you getting out today." And we talked for a little while, and I told him about me praying and stuff, and he said, "Don't worry, you getting out today." And he said, "Well, I'm gonna go back and lay down a little while now." And he had gone 10 days today and not eaten a thing, nothing. I tried to give him my food. He wouldn't take it. He wanted to get out of there. And about 2 hours after he told me that, went and laid back down. They called me to go to court, and they let me out. And when I got back in there, see, they don't release you right away. They want to keep you as long as they can keep you. So
Got to squeeze to
anyway,
they get that last drop.
Exactly. But he came back in the room. He says, he says, like, "Is everything good?" I said, "Yes, it's actually real good." He said, "You getting out, aren't you?" I said, I am." He said, I told you.
So they just kept everything from you, and you went before a judge today, and you got out.
Yeah, they
Yes.
didn't tell him a single thing until today.
Till today, and then they let you loose. That's wow.
Isn't that literally insane? Have y'all heard of that before? So just to reiterate, he was taken into custody February 18th, right? Or was it March?
March.
Sorry, March. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So almost. It's more days but almost 5 weeks. 5 weeks tomorrow.
33 days.
Dude, I'm gonna actually
33,
count that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. So 35 if you include the day you got taken in and then today.
All right. That's a better number anyway.
Yeah. But if you didn't take those 2 days, so if you take the 2 days of transition out, he was in there for 33 days total.
Yeah. 33 is a bad number.
Yeah.
So 35.
But that is kind of weird, man. No, and
And
I'm
then,
not putting that on you. I'm putting that on them, on the judicial system.
Right.
Because, like,
Right.
who has anyone ever heard of that? Being in jail for 35 days and not being told anything until you're released?
No. That's you just go, and then all of a sudden a court date, and they say you're released. What? It's I've never heard of such a thing. No, never have.
So,
Never happened.
shout out to Chris. Just want to say you're wrong, bro. But I feel you. And I say that in jest and love. But, yeah, because, like, a lot of us, like, just looking at kind of those facts, right? Like, he hasn't been told anything. It's like he must have already been told it, right? He must have already been told he's going in for 2 years, and maybe he didn't read it, or maybe he didn't see it, or it was used in words where it didn't make sense, right? And they're just, they haven't done anything. Like, so he's going to be in there for 2 years, you know? And then literally not being told, like, which you would still suspect you being told that, right? Like, literally someone saying,
Yeah.
"Hey, yep, you got, this is it. You're here for 2 years," or whatever it is. So, yeah. Anyways,
Part of the worst.
Go ahead, brother.
I was gonna say part of the worst part about that particular aspect is when you would ask them, they would say, "Hold on, let me to get right back with you. I'll come right back. I'll come back. And you don't see them again for 3 days. And then you ask them again, oh, I forgot. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. They never show back up. And you can do every one of them up there the same way. And they all forget by the time they can shut the door in your face. I had one just while I was talking to him, just ignored me and almost kind of like gave me the hand like they do in Hollywood or used to do or something, and shut the door in my face while I was trying to talk to him about a medical reason.
And it's just, well, the thing is, that's the other thing is to be put in there and given no knowledge of anything. So your mind just has to wonder, what's going on? What's going on? What are they going to do to me? You know, what's happening? That's a mind game right there. You know.
Yeah.
Totally. Yep.
That's all.
That's what I feel like his experiences was basically just a torture, you know, because it cost the state way more money to keep him there for the 35 days as opposed to, you know, getting him a court date right then and there and them saying, okay, you got to do this, right? Because like,
well, actually is making money off of my stay there. So they're raking in the money.
how, well, like
But
you
it's
weren't
their
working, right? You didn't
No,
have a
but they get
job.
money for him. They get money for
Yeah.
him. Plus, he's spending money in that stupid commissary that jacks the prices up 5 times the price.
No, and I get that, but those aren't the jails that they get a portion of it. I get it, but I guess what my kind of point is, even to give you to have running water and power and cooling and heating, like just to have the lights on to keep all those people there, and then you have all the food, like even if it's crap food, so they're not spending any money on food, they still have to have all the equipment and stuff necessary to give that food out, all the equipment to, like, all the people to hand out and make and heat up and etc. So it's like, and I'm not saying, obviously jails are for profit, but I see that more in when you get sentenced for an actual crime and you go to a jail and you're working for, like, you have a job but you're making 5 cents an hour. You know what I mean? And all that money is then going to pay off this fine that you have.
I think those things that you're talking. My son was in prison, and he didn't have a job that they were making money off of, like, you know, like the old days when they made license plates.
Oh, they do that. No, even if it's like because like they can't have them, like they literally, there's people, if you're good behavior, you can have a job, you can make, they have tons, like you can look at.
Oh yeah.
They don't do those in
library,
jails. Yeah, they don't do that in jails. They do that in prisons. So like prisons are for profit. Jails seem like they're at a loss, like they're losing money. But
Jails are no, they're not losing money, and they don't have running water. They have circulated water.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's you can't see through it. In an 8 ounce, you can't see through it. But anyway, they get $200 per day per inmate that stays there, that they keep there.
Oh, they're federally funded too, or state funded?
From
it's
county,
state,
and
state.
County.
But that's what comes out of the taxpayers' pocket.
Gotcha.
No, I get that. I'm not saying, like, I personally think like jails, they're losing money to the most part. I'm not saying, because I'm just thinking, just think about it. The amount of money, even $600 or $700 per person, right? I guarantee you and they get that, like, a month? So to room, board, feed, clothe, medical, like all that stuff, like you didn't maybe, and they didn't really offer you medical care, which is, you know, dude, like honestly, I still think like you should do what you should have to do to, like, have that lawyer look into it as like a civil case, because I don't understand how they could possibly keep you for 35 days without any type of information given to you. Like, how is that legal?
It was kidnapping and a hostage situation, and from the way I viewed it, that's what it felt like.
Yeah. It's not going to be the way they view it, but because I thought there was one thing, I forget what, I thought it was an open and shut case, and that no way could they do anything about it, but they did. And boy, when you go to court and hear what they have to say, it's almost like, who are you talking about? I don't even know what. It's so much jargon. There's so much. Anyway,
Yeah,
I'm glad you're out.
Yeah, I am too. And maybe like those out there that watch this, that have not necessarily this problem but similar problems, like, I won't lie that I'm a procrastinator, and that's benefited me, but that's also hurt me a lot in life. So like, if you and kind of and this doesn't necessarily deal with what with Anthony's going through, but it kind of makes me think of, when the father says, like, hey, if you're going to sacrifice it to me, if you have something against your brother or your sister, go take care of that first before you come to me. And so, like, we all have our lives, we all have our struggles and our temptations and our strengths and our weaknesses. But I would just say, try to, maybe think about it a little bit more. Definitely when it comes to the legal system. Because, definitely in our modern environment, like, I'm just like, Anthony, you kind of lucked out at the same time, right? Because did you have to go through any, like, I don't want to say the word, but the beer bug stuff while you were there?
Other than today having to.
Oh, you're breaking up.
Go into the courtroom was no sort of mask mandate or nothing.
Yeah, and I feel you there, like you're getting out of jail.
I was saying that other than today, with having to wear a mask in the courtroom, which they didn't really fuss when I pulled it off of my face anyway. That, to say the least.
Yeah, and I was just...
So no swabbing, no pressure of jab, no nothing, huh?
Well, there's some sort of fiber floating around in there that...
Yeah, but I mean, swabbing up the nose.
Yeah, just talking about that stuff, like, because that's what I'm saying. You're lucky because, I'm just, okay. The reason why I'm bringing it up is because they can pull anything anytime, right? So you don't want to be in there when they start pulling something, like, let's just give an example. In 5 months they're gonna start World War III, right? Like, you don't want to be in jail when they start World War III.
Yeah.
So.
And it's right around the corner. I had the misfortune of listening to a television all night, every night. But they are really pushing, like in mainstream shows and stuff, they are seriously pushing their agenda as far as like the war's fixing to happen kind of thing. And Yahweh, they call him Yahweh, is the bad guy. And look how these evil people come from Yahweh. It was the mainstream television that was viewed in there by like FBI files was one of them. It's consecutive. It's like they played it all night long with consecutive shows, and at least 1 out of 3 was like bashing Yahweh. And look at these followers of Yahweh. They're murderers, and they call it a religious cult. Well, cults have leaders. My leaders are in heaven, atoning for my sins.
Yeah. Well, it's good you're out before any other thing, any other shoe drops. Put it that way. Whether it be war or anything else, because what I think they're doing is trying to really mess with the food chain really bad. So,
But he definitely showed me what I'm to do. And like I say, my body hadn't quite caught up with my spirit yet. And I was telling Vader Bear earlier, I know what I'm to do. Let me put it that way. I don't know how to explain it right now, but I've got the direction. And he told me, just get up and do it. I've got your back. So I know what I'm to do. My spirit's already doing it. It's already way ahead of me. All I got to do is catch up now.
catch up with the spirit. Hey, spirit, you're getting ahead of me.
I've seen it. Only my body was in jail. Only my body. It was just getting anxious because my spirit was out here running through the woods, planting gardens and picking and knowing what to do with it now.
Yeah, your tomatoes. Do they survive it?
They actually are surviving, but they're not looking real good. My potatoes are coming up. Thankful for that. I thought the freeze got them, but it's gonna work out. Like I say, I've already done it. All I got to do is just my body's got to catch up.
So this is totally off topic, but I kind of wanted to bring this up to you just in normal conversation. And guys, this stream's not going to be very long. We're just going to chit chat for a little while and then hop off of here. And of course, there'll be a stream on Saturday night, 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern. Just want to quickly shout out, thanks Wendy for being here, sister, and Pepper Moon. We got Y'all's Child, JJ, Hemp Creek Bear, fellow bear there, Bear Knuckles, and we got Trucker, welcome brother, and Joy, awesome. Thank y'all all for being here. But anyways, so on Modern Day Debates, Ken Ham, which not Ken Ham, God, I can't even remember that. Ken Hovind did a debate with this atheist, and though I disagree with him on numerous, for numerous reasons. It was so funny because when you I saw someone hear the rocks cried out, and this kind of brought that to my attention. It was Trucker said the rocks are ready to cry out, but he was breaking it down where they were basically saying, so you believe a ball of rock came together, it was really hot, and then it cooled down, and then when it cooled down, rain fell on it, and as the rain fell off of it, those molecules made this soup, and then in that soup all the necessary chemicals, enzymes, proteins came together and created the first organized cell, right? But so he wasn't really all the way. He was literally just saying, you believe we humans came from rocks. And he's like, no, that's such a stupid argument. Is with Dave, the professor. He's like, oh, that's such a stupid argument. Just because he wasn't literally breaking it down by that, And it just makes me think how insane this world is. And I don't know if anyone has ever pointed this out. I think it does, it has a reason why. But I'm pretty sure Dave is a small hat. He looks like a small hat, and maybe that's kind of mean to me to say, but he seems like a kid that grew up in modern Judaism, rebelled from that to the other side of the same coin, being scientism, and now has his scientism God, which he claims isn't a God, even though you would have to say there is no, like in science, if what he believes is true, is evolution is true, there is no moral reason to do anything. Like if someone has something that you want, there's nothing wrong with you killing them and taking them, like taking their stuff, right? Because they're just a meat sack. They're just the, what does it matter? So, anyways, I'm totally getting off on a tangent. That just totally brought up my head. If y'all haven't checked that out, y'all should check out that debate. It's kind of hard to listen to Ken Hovind, but like when he's talking about the globe or whatever, but it's definitely he shows you the, like, the other side of the atheists, the globers, like what type of mental gymnastics they're willing to do to believe what they believe.
Yeah. This has to be an older one, an older. Really, Kent Hovind videos for me were on VHS tapes. Really, VHS. We had the whole set of it, of his debates with an 8 something on VHS.
Yeah, I actually like Ken Hovind and how he debates. Although I'm right there with you, Vader Bear, about it's like, how can somebody that's so good and knows scripture so well miss the enclosed cosmology part of it?
I don't know. That's a toughie, isn't it?
Yeah, it's while you were talking.
Yeah, it there's somebody else. Who is it? Dr. Heiser or whatever, Michael Heiser. He literally points it and shows, he's the Logos software that he works for, and he says this is how it's described, the earth. It's domed, it has this, they show a picture of it just how it is, and yet would deny it's a flat earth. It's beyond, they didn't know what they were talking about back then.
Yeah, and that's isn't that called oh, go ahead, Anthony.
I was saying, but in that same topic that Marshall was talking about, with he describes the cosmology of Earth, but yet he misses it because he says now we have NASA and what they've done. They've shown us different.
That's what it is. He denies the Bible, and it's incredible to me.
Yeah,
so it's no
called,
different than.
Yeah, it's dispensationalism. It's saying they were just dumb, shepherds. They didn't understand the complexities of life and science, right? They were just these dumb people. But see, this is the thing. This is why I know, one, that to me that's Catholic, and two, dispensationalism, because what they're saying is they're actually going from the mindset.
You home?
Oh yeah, man. I ain't caught up with my shirt yet, but yeah, man. Hey, bro, I love something I heard earlier.
Did you hear the song?
Yeah, man. Loved it. Hey, bro, I love something.
Okay, you're back on. We're back on.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into.
Thanks, Anthony. That's awesome, man. Glad you heard it. Nick sounds great, doesn't he?
The whole thing was awesome.
It is awesome. It really is a good song. It's my type of. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't like rap. I don't like this. When you guys sing that when he sings the songs, I like that music because it reminds me of my era or whatever. I just like it. I like it a lot.
I do too.
So-
I grew up with, you know, Rush and Van Halen and Led Zeppelin and all that stuff.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
so all like it has those influences in it, and my dad was a musician, so I like hearing the guitar and stuff too. And you know, like it makes it better when you're listening to lyrics that lift up the Father and the Son, not you know, lift up the sin and the.
I loved it.
Oh, thank you so much, Anthony. That means a lot to me, man. I'm so glad you're back. That's so awesome. Nick just called me. Check him out. Check out the ECF broadcast. And I seen your name. I was like, oh, all right, cool.
Yeah. Nick, I want to shout out Nick too. I saw him in the chat too. Man, that was amazing. And
Oh, no, it's out again.
I was tapping my feet and tearing up. It was awesome. Oh, I ain't gonna give him any props. He gonna have to top that one. Some of y'all probably know who I'm talking about. The top.
We're out right now, but
Yeah,
it's
we're
saying
not
no
on. We're
data.
not on
It's saying
YouTube.
no data for me. I have no idea
Yep.
why. Because
Everybody's saying in chat that it's buffering and it's spinning. Just spinning.
yeah, I'm looking at my network and I have perfect. This is literally insane.
Yeah, this is the second time.
Yeah, I did it last week too.
Night. What do you think it is? You think it's YouTube or?
It has to be because I didn't literally, and other people. I've been seeing this happen on other streams too. This isn't like the only stream.
This is streamed through Discord. Does that have anything
No.
to do with it? Okay, no.
Mm-mm. It's
All right.
I am literally. I'm just pulling something up real quick so I can. So
We're back.
yeah, no, I can see him back. It's literally telling me YouTube is not receiving data from me, but
I see.
literally I'm at 5 download megabits per second and 110 download. So anyways, it's just YouTube. I'll look into some things. It's saying like my video is interlaced. Never seen this before. It's telling me my bit rate should stream at something which it's streaming at. So
we have said something to trigger the algorithm.
You know, I don't know. I think there's something really. I don't know whether they're breaking up and getting things to 5G. I don't know, but it's happening in other, not just YouTube, because even my husband has it spinning and spinning and spinning, like on Netflix when he watches Netflix. It's not just YouTube. It's happening all. I don't know what they're doing.
Well, I
They're
actually kind of want to talk about that because what I've been seeing a lot in the news is all this hack stuff.
Yeah.
That they're gonna hack our grid. They're gonna hack our blah blah blah.
The old Russian hack.
Yep.
Well, I think they're preparing us. and
But
doing
literally,
some of
think
these
about how
things.
easy it is for an alphabet, corporation to do those things internally and blame another people, right?
Easy people.
And people
All
would
right.
buy it hook, line, and sinker, just like they believed an invisible thing in the air could kill anyone, and anyone could be, could be the carrier of this, item
Invisible
of
thing.
a lot of destruction. If you feel
Red
my
alert.
drift without
Red
saying those key words. So
Red alert. Can y'all hear me?
yeah.
You're breaking up.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, better now.
everybody get a CB radio, a Cobra 25, Cobra 19, whatever. Whatever you
those are super effective, right? But if they knock out the
radio,
towers,
11
No, CB.
meters.
Now you're CB is
Get one.
one thing. There's another one that's shortwave. Now that's the one that need those big towers, right? That they have repeaters off of. That's shortwave.
but CB, like you can't talk from CB from someone, you know, in Africa to someone in South America, right?
Right.
Like there's a
That's
Yes, you
shortwave.
can. Yes, you can. I've done it.
I
I've
don't know
literally-
about. I'll just say this: I am not an expert in that stuff, but from my understanding, that's why they was such a big deal when they quote unquote put that first balloon up there, where they could get a signal from, you know, from whatever to ever. Now they could already do that. I'm not saying that satellite or balloon did what they said it was doing, or if it even existed in the capacity that they said it existed. What my point is even they claimed, you know, like they claimed that they need something, right? And then that's also why we have, you know, undersea cables and stuff to transmit that stuff via wire instead of over radio waves.
The one thing that the ham radio, when they'd have those tall towers and repeaters, those are all big repeaters, those antennas. And we have one up on Gold Mountain up here.
All right,
But they took,
Marsha. Sorry.
but they passed a law, something in California a couple of years back, that they were taking down the repeaters. Why?
Miss Marsha and everybody, the 2-meter radio is what uses repeater towers, and that's what our cell phones are. They're basically a glorified 2-meter radio. But what I'm talking about on a CB, I'm talking about what the truckers use.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
The 11-meter Cobra 25s, Cobra 29s. I'm talking about that because they don't need the repeater towers. However, I've talked on. Now I had 800 watts, 800 watt linear, and I talked from Macomb, Mississippi, to the Big Island in Hawaii, and we had a very long conversation about 20-minute long conversation, like we were sitting in the same room with each other. I can't remember exactly. I think it's close to 5,000 miles.
Well, I'm looking up here. It says the CB
on a
is
CB radio.
15 miles.
Hey, can I ask?
And 800 watts is minimum power.
Hey, can I ask Anthony a question?
That's
Anthony, can I ask a question?
little bitty.
Anthony.
Just run.
He's breaking up, bro. He can't hear you
Yes.
until like 5 seconds after you've
Yes.
said it.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Anthony.
I
So
can hear
the transmission has been breaking up. How did you get out? Can you tell us, or are you not allowed?
You start at the beginning of this show and rewatch it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, it did go live? Okay, I'll watch it then.
Yeah, it's basically like in a nutshell, he spent 35 days in there without being told a single thing. This morning they came and got him to court, said, "Hey, you got to pay this amount, this amount every month," and let him out.
Oh, okay, cool.
But 35 days without anything.
Yeah, I know, that's BS.
So yeah,
Well,
pretty crazy.
I missed you.
Yeah,
Me
we
and
had
Nick.
that.
But
Nick says hi. I just got done talking to him.
Well, I've definitely missed y'all. No idea. I was just looking at my water bottle, and I was telling Vader Bear earlier that I was going right on this bottle. This contained the best water I had ever had. I could see through it. I could see through this water. I got here. I'm thinking about writing. This is the second best water I've ever drank.
Yeah, you're breaking up real
I'm
bad. You may need to get into like a your special spot or whatever, because you're
water
roboting super
tonight.
bad. But
You could not
Nope, couldn't hear you.
See
You're
to-
robotic.
the water.
you say that, but he can't hear us until like a few
Okay.
seconds after. So, but
Okay.
anyways, yeah. We're almost at an hour. I just wanted to get on here and say surprise everybody. Anthony's out. Glory to the Father. So don't take him out of your prayers, because he's still in kind of a sticky situation. Not necessarily with paying or whatever, but more so like he still has his $1,100 went missing. He still has to get his truck out of impound. He still has to he has firearms that he needs to pick up, but after being put in jail for 35 days without any type of representation or information, do you really want to go pick up a couple of guns from the sheriff's office where the person who stole your money works alone? So he needs to get work. He needs to get working so we can get him a lawyer and get this stuff taken care of. And Brad, I won't say his last name, the lawyer, like if he works with us, and this is a a good shot of actually not only making a difference, but for him to get paid for the trouble he went through, that'd be awesome. So just to say, keeping the prayers. Flatter Days here. As you can see.
So how's the GoFundMe page going?
It's only 140 right now. So those who are interested, I'll go ahead and link it. We still have that.
I'll keep giving on that. I gave already, and I'm going to keep giving. I suggest everyone just keep giving. Let that be your offering.
Yeah,
or your tithe.
and even if it's even if it's literally $5, if 10 people do $5, that's $50. So it adds up quickly. So give what you can, and it's like, instead of getting a coffee tomorrow, send him, $5. Instead of buying pizza on Friday, or Thursday, I guess on Sunday, send it to him. So if you feel led, obviously do that. And he has 140 there, so we're on our way. I thank you to all those that did give. And let me link that for you 1 second.
Well, that's what our tithe is for. That's our offering, is to help those that are in need. It's not to give to some mega church. It's to help a brother out that
It's not a tithe, as far as I'm concerned. It's a goodwill offering.
Yeah.
Tithe, goodwill offering, whatever. I mean, church calls it a tithe, whatever. But it's our, because Yah's blessed us so much that we're to put a portion away for those that are in need. And Anthony's a great friend. He's been a friend to everyone. And let's help him out until he gets on his feet. And there's nothing, wrong with me saying that. He hit some bad times, and that's what the church, the ecclesia, is for.
Hey, Anthony, do you know whether you can get your guns back? It always bothers me. Once somebody goes to jail, it's like you can't own guns anymore.
That's only if you're a felon.
Oh, okay.
So felons aren't legally able to own firearms or be in a household that has firearms. So that's why, like, domestic abuse is such a thing. Because, like, if let's say a married couple or, they go out to the bar, which they shouldn't be, and they get in a fight, which they shouldn't, and, she gets mad because of whatever, and she says, yeah, he hits me because she wants the house alone, but she didn't actually, like, now they can't own firearms. They can't protect their household, which, I'm not saying if there isn't domestic violence, it shouldn't be something, but maybe don't. I don't know. I'm totally getting a random tangent. I'm going to update to let everybody know he is out. So we still want to get
Someone
a
asked.
lawyer. Oh, what's that?
Someone asked, how long does GoFundMe stay open?
It stays open, I believe, until you hit the goal. It doesn't tell me anything like you can't do this, or it's only. It didn't tell me anything like that. I think it's till you
Okay,
hit
that
the
answers
goal.
your question, Trucker. Trucker was asking.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
What's up, Anthony?
Yo, Flatter.
Hey, man.
How you doing, bro?
Flatter down. Shalom to you, brother. I think my mic is
No, you're good right now.
or my speaker or what.
You're good.
Oh, cool. Miss Marsh, I had an answer to your question. Oh, they did say that I could indeed get the guns back.
Good.
However, I don't want to go up there without any type of witness or something like that.
But you want representation.
I don't know what. Yeah.
Yeah. Either that or a witness. Right. I understand.
Well, definitely with lying and thieving, corrupt cops, anyways. So, totally a smart idea because he knows who he's dealing with. There's a specific cop, so I don't get struck. I'm not gonna say his name, but if he ever listens to this, ever finds this, he knows who he is. He know what he did, and I heard him on the phone. I was there in the conversation. And he got super defensive in a way that you knew he was guilty when confronted with it, one. And two, the lawyer called him and said he was like a little girl, like a little boy talking to a really pretty girl where he was stammering and talking in circles. And so, yeah.
Wow. What a trip.
Yeah, so, but... Anyways, so yep, let's go ahead and end this. I know y'all got here a little bit late. I was only kind of planning to do a smaller stream, but we're already at an hour. Of course, we'll be here on Saturday, like normal. So 9/11. Yeah, I should have it done. So this is my biggest issue right now with the music video, is the camera that I have. Okay. So basically the issue is, and when I'm editing this, I'm shooting it on my wife's iPhone camera. But when I try to send that video footage to myself, it puts it in landmark. So there is something where I can do where I can I can turn it in like when it's in the actual play field, but I can't edit it before it's in the play field. Well, the issue is I need the footage to be edited before it, so I mean, if I want to use this footage, which I do want to use for the video, then I might have to break down and get like a camera where I can shoot 1980 by 1020 or
Vader,
1080.
you can get a little like a $10 app on the phone with a really good editing software.
I have really good edit. The issue is I'm mixing animations in with live footage. In the live footage, when I'm bringing it into my, like in Premiere, what it's doing is I have to put effects on the video to turn it and scale it. But I can't do those effects once it's over there. I have to do the effects before it's over there. But I can't get it to change in my animation software. So yeah, I don't know. I need to find another solution. Yeah, what's up, Anthony?
Will a P1000 help you?
I don't know. Can that lens come off of it? I never tried because I didn't want to break it. But can that infrared lens?
It's lens. It does.
Yeah, it doesn't come off.
Yeah.
It'll record. It does like movie star type video. Will a P1000 help?
Well, yeah, but I don't. It's a P1000's kind of overkill.
Okay, well, I don't need it anymore if you want to use it.
But don't you say it has that filter on it, so it's gonna put that red skew on everything?
Not
Right?
That's the P9. That's the P900.
Oh.
The infrared.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you
Hey,
had a
Weapon.
P1000. I thought you just had a 900 with the infrared filter on it.
Yeah, I got both, and if Tommy's happens to listen, I'm willing to sell uh, that P900 infrared for a pretty cheap price.
Hey, Anthony,
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
would you be willing to trade your P1000 for a Nikon D500, and I'll give you like 2 or 3 lenses for it too. I'll just look up a Nikon D500 and get back to me on that.
Well, I think it just kind of what he's saying he is in more need of cash than he is a camera.
I got you.
Yeah, green. Lawyers only see green, and
Yeah. I'm going through the same problem you are right now. I'm going to court too. It costs so much money, bro.
yeah, I know it, man.
It's literally a
But
legalized racket.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It is.
but I'm willing to sell some stuff, you know, that I think might be worth a few dollars, you know,
Yeah.
especially stuff like that P1000 that I don't really need it anymore. I know the Earth is not a spinning globe. I don't need it.
Yeah. And you don't really, like, you already proved it to yourself over and over by seeing too far. So how many, and you're not like, a scientist. I'm not saying you're not a scientist, but you get what I'm saying? Like, you're not focused on making flat earth proofs over and over and over. Right. So it's like, what's the point of it?
Yeah, facts. That's why I think the Bible never actually states the Earth is flat, because I don't think it had to state the obvious.
Yeah, I don't
mean,
think
look who we
I don't think the Bible says that the sky is blue either, or grass is green. But
Hey, Vader, that's really weird that you said that, because the word blue didn't even come into like any text till like I don't know. It was like the last color ever mentioned, and it wasn't mentioned in the Bible or anything. It's really strange. I was reading about it the other day. I don't know if you heard anything about that. The color blue.
I don't know about necessarily the word blue and like our pronunciation of it, but I know like if you look in the rainbow, there's blue.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm just saying, like, it wasn't.
There's blue, but you're saying the word itself.
The last text. Yeah. It's really strange.
Well, I know, like, I was just saying.
Sorry.
I was just gonna say, I know there's like a lot of like blue dyes and purple dyes were like royalty because they were very rare back in the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't know like specifically about the word, but all right, guys. Well, we're gonna sign off for now. Again, we're gonna be here Saturday. Appreciate y'all being here. Share, if you want to share the video, awesome. But please, I get it. GoFundMe stole from them. This isn't a huge, big, multi-millions of dollars thing. It's not, a political thing. I get it. This is just a way that we can all come together to give Anthony some money, right? And he doesn't have a bank account, so it's not like we can. He doesn't have Venmo or anything like this. This is me gonna get the money and me gonna cut him a check and send it to him. So a money order, so he can go and cash that money order and get that money and pay the lawyer.
I don't think people were that when I was looking at the chat, it was just that people still are going to go to GoFundMe. It was just that there was a trucker here that didn't know anything about the trucker situation.
Oh,
with
no.
GoFundMe.
No, your daughter literally said, I am boycotting GoFundMe for life.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah.
So I'm just saying,
Okay.
like,
Hey,
I
my
get it.
daughter-
I will straight up say I've never used a GoFundMe ever. I just had no other idea, and I know there's other ideas out there, but it's like people have heard of GoFundMe, they haven't heard of
Right.
these other places. So
Right. I understand. Totally understand. Yeah.
So, anyways, definitely appreciate y'all out. Check us out Saturday, and yeah, have a good one. I'm just gonna actually play the intro for the outro this time. So we're not. If y'all want to listen to this song, it'll be you'll hear it on Saturday. So, I love you all. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great night, and shalom.
So.
Much love, everyone. Thank you all very much.
Much love,
Peace
everyone.
out.
Shalom, shalom.
Good.